in the store and be happy.
Yeah.
All right, and don't take your mask off. I don't care if you're driving.
Yeah.
I don't trust people that drive with their mask on, man. That's just weird.
Right.
The race face.
2nd Ezra 9 and 20.
This motherfucker goddamn brown in his face.
So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it.
And the meaning of the word peril of the online etymology dictionary says danger, risk, hazard, or jeopardy. And it says exposure of person or property to injury, loss, or destruction.
Right, you said that device means like a plan, right?
Yeah.
So there's a risk and danger from all of these unrighteous decrees.
Yep.
From the New World Order,
Yep.
man. All right, from taking a woman out the house, giving her an office job, putting her around all these men in adulterous situations, taking you to school, putting them into daycares, putting them into fucking the food system, putting them around pedophile teachers. I was looking up the news. There's all type of information about pedophile principals out here, man.
Yep.
About how they would be touching little children. They're getting exposed.
9 cases.
Yeah.
Or it was 5 cases of 9-year-old boys, man.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
I just prayed to the Father. Prayed to Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, even out here in Hicks, New York, you had cases of fucking Esau touching, little black boys and girls, man.
Even at Zoom, a lot of information coming out of the Zoom because the teachers thinking the audio is off and they be talking racist shit about the child and the parent. There's a couple of videos I caught. So a lot of shit that was going on in the classroom, they just can't help themselves. They just continue with online.
Now we can see it. It's all being recorded.
Exactly. Well, we're in a point where everything is being brought out. All right, the Lord is shining the light on everything, and we're seeing it all the wickedness, man.
Right.
2nd Ezra, was that it, bro?
Yeah, that was it.
2nd Ezra 9, I'll read 20 again. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. So that proves Esau, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So anything he creates, you better watch out, because it's going to be set up to kill you. You know, the physician of no value.
Yeah, now in Russia, they want to do like edible 19 jabs, right? Or something to that effect.
Edible fix-me-upper.
Yeah.
You know?
Edible lethal.
Like they show you in a video game, you eat something, boop, 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 and then you're back. Nah, this ain't a video game, man. Yeah, nah.
And then on top of that, they want to mask it as fucking yogurt. Because yogurt is what? So-called healthy.
But you know what that proves? Salafi, you know that proves they're going to put it in the food now. Meaning, because what it is poison, right? Witchcraft. So they're going to poison as much people as they possibly can. All right? You don't want to come get this injection, you're going to put it on your dinner table, man.
You ever seen the African Diaspora channel by Philip Scott? Well, it was a video he did on chemicals that is in like 121 popular foods that breaks down your immune system, like Pop-Tarts and all this other kind of shit that kids eat. So it's ugly, man.
That's why it says in Ezekiel, what's that, 4 and 13? It says that they shall eat defiled bread, but the word defiled means impure. So what you're eating is impure to your health and your spirit. You know? You want to just finish this or get that first?
I still got the word for device. And here's the meaning of the word device under online etymology. And it says, an express intent or desire, a plan or design.
Yeah, just like the brother said, a plan. And what's that ultimate goal is to have everyone get the micro, man. That's what I'm going to say. You know, because they don't flag the video.
Get the micro on a macro level.
Right.
This is Ezekiel 4 and 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
Right, now word defiled means impure, right?
Yep.
So nothing we eat is pure. The water isn't impure. The water got chemicals in it, man. All type of plastic, all right? All type of additives.
Atrazine,
micro shrimp.
Yep.
Okay. Chlorine.
Fluoride.
That dumps you down. That calcifies your pineal gland. Okay.
Yep. So we're under attack.
Yeah.
We're under complete attack, and these devices, Esau sets up the device to slowly kill you. You know, he even though he's a proudful man, but the higher ups are patient with their designs of destruction, man.
Gradualism.
Gradualism, breadcrumbs.
So they're killing you with the shots, right? Yeah. They're killing you with your food. They're killing you with the air, right?
Killing you softly, killing you slowly, you know, inch by inch, you know, step by step, until where when it's in your face, it's too late.
Yeah, he cornered the market, right? So now men, they don't hunt, they don't gather no more. They go to Wegmans, they go to Walmart. You see, but when you go into these stores, that food is coming from a warehouse that, what it always say, may contain milk, soy, fish,
allergies.
You know, that's what every package says, man. And that shit is it breaks down your testosterone, breaks down your immune system, and it kills you, man. This man's a perfect devil.
I used to talk about how they put stuff in the water. Well, the Dasani water, it has an ingredient called potassium chloride, and it says the risks associated with intravenous potassium chloride are well known. If it is injected too rapidly or in too high a dose, it may cause cardiac arrest within minutes. The effect of hyperleukemia on the heart is common.
Damn. So drinking water can cause a heart attack. Well, as far as fucking Dasani goes.
It's made by Coca-Cola.
Damn, man. Damn.
Oh, can I read two things, Bubba Kasha? Real quick, this is the introduction to the New World Order, and this is part of the introduction. This is it says the old world order. The old world order will be destroyed piece by piece in a series of planned nibbles at the established format. So that's how they're slowly inching gradualism, you know, to bring it in. And then this is a part what they're going to introduce. This reads chapter 1, tomorrow's rulers. Today he's a king, tomorrow he shall die.
That's right.
So this is what the king that's going to die tomorrow, this is what he's planning on his way out. It says a universal credit card system will be implemented. A world food authority will control all of the world's food supply.
So what's happening right now? You got Kill Bill buying up all the farmland. All right, Jeff Bezos, all these big shots. What are they doing? They're cornering the market, man. And what are you going to have? Amazon Go stores. Okay, well you don't have the lethal, you can't go in.
Amazon's buying all the malls, all the malls that are being taken out because of this plan, this device. Now Amazon's stepping and saying, "I'll buy it, You know.
Yep.
It says universal tax. Universal draft. They intend on utterly rooting out people who believe in the Bible.
See, that's Rev 13. How are they going to weed out the true believers? Oh, well, the Lord already told us if you take this mark, you're going to drink of the wine of the wrath. So that's going to weed out the true believers, and all the non-believers, they're going to follow that mark, man. They're going to fall for that device. All right, and because of the device, they're going to fall into peril. They're going to fall into danger.
And it reads, they intend on utterly rooting out people who believe in the Bible, which are doing that in China right now.
Yep.
Which China is just used as a platform for what they're going to do here.
Yeah, and notice the Pope has nothing to say about that. Right? None of these so-called holy men, they have nothing to say about the persecution of their own Christians. You know?
Not even vocab. And it reads, they intend on utterly rooting out people who believe in the Bible and worship God, and to completely stamp out Christianity. So that proves Christianity ain't the mark of the beast.
Right.
You know? And I still had 2nd Esdras 9 to finish off. 2nd Esdras 9 and 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. It says, and I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. And that's talking about who? The elect, man. The very small remnant. There's a small cluster of beautiful grapes out of this pasture of wicked, vile fruits. And then thank Esau with, like spiritually Monsanto, pouring all his pesticides. That's the Jake. When he pours the liquor on you, the blunts on you, and the twerking on you. You're a naughty fig now. Now nobody want to bite that. You had a Jake come out on World Star. He said, man, I'm bootied out. You know, like Jake tired, like cover up and give me something to think about instead of just seeing. Jake's oversaturated in wickedness now. It's not cool, man. You know? What part? 21. 2nd Ezra 9 and 21. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people.
Right, and that's dealing with Israel because we're the Lord's vineyard. Read this.
St. Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 1. Isaiah 5 and 1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard. My well-beloved had the vineyard in a very fruitful hill.
Right, that's Jerusalem, man. And when we're those grapes. We're the grapes, we're the vineyard, right? The children of Israel.
Verse 2. And he fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof and planted it with the choicest vine and built the tower in the midst of it.
Right, meaning he put the hedge about it, man, and set it up. All right.
And it says, and also made a winepress therein, and he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes.
Right, that's those naughty figs.
Wild bulls.
7.
Wild bulls in that.
Jump down to verse 7, Isaiah 5 verse 7, and it says, the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel.
What?
Is the house of Israel.
So that grape that was kept, that's part of the house of Israel, but that's the elect. Okay?
And the men of Judah, his pleasant plant.
Right, the pleasant plant. Now, is it talking about a weed plant? No.
Right.
Okay? It's talking about that stock, man. And what the scripture says, evident our Lord spring out of Judah.
Right. And it says, and he looked for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry.
Right, we look for judgment, but behold oppression. There's no judgment for Israel out here, man. You're not going to get any true judgment from the white man. All right? You're not going to get any true justice out here, man. The only place you're going to get true justice and judgment is from Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Right.
I got two, Baba Kashan. This is Isaiah 65 and 8. Thus saith the Lord, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all.
Right, and that's the elect, man. All right, go ahead.
And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and my elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. Yep. And then one more, because you're talking about the justice. This is Hosea 4 and 1, and it reads, hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
Right, now when you go into the word controversy, it means a case at law. Meaning the Lord is about to bring you ass to the courtroom, man. Okay, and you're going to get the book thrown at you. Because what the scripture says, by every word shalt thou be justified, and by that word shalt thou be condemned. Okay, now we know that the sins of Babylon have reached under heaven, so it's nothing but judgment coming for this place. Nothing but plague, after death, after famine. That's what's coming.
And it reads, for the Lord has, Hosea 4 and 1, for the Lord has controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land.
Right, this is a very unmerciful place, man. There's no mercy out here. There's no mercy for the homeless. Last week you had a woman about to fall into traffic. No one came to help her. All right, there's definitely no mercy if you're an Israelite. Now, if you get pulled over, that might be your last day on the earth, man.
Well, you had that so-called black man earlier, last or 2 years ago, who got wrongfully arrested, wasn't even who they were looking for, beat him, damn near paralyzed him, locked him up, then he got out, sued him. The trial went on for over 6 months, and they had pointed his ass $1. $1. And he came out the courtroom with a fuck neck brace on, and they gave his ass $1. Then you had a Jake get shot, and they gave each of his daughters like $5 per child. And he had 2 daughters. Yeah. Like $5, $10 maybe max. And that's what they gave him. Here, sorry for your loss. And they'll charge you to cash that check. You know? There's no mercy out here, man. You know, I was talking to the brother last night. I'm like, yo, when you buy a car, it comes with car seats, but you buy a house, this shit don't even come with chairs. Sometimes it won't even come with a stove or a refrigerator. There ain't no mercy, man. You got people living in houses with no lights. You got all this food. You can't get to it. You know, you could go on and on how there's no mercy in this land. It says the mercy of the wicked is cruel. You know, there's no mercy out here. It says, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. All right, going back to the laws. This is why you see all this shit going on right now, man. I was just reading this article in New York. This 66-year-old Jake gunned down a woman at a construction site because he found out she had a man. Yep. But I said in the spirit, but she was leading his ass on because he was driving by, bringing her sandwiches, and then she revealed later she had a man, so he fucking shot her to death, man. And then her boyfriend comes, runs him over, and beats him up, and now he's in jail. But it was her fault because you promote a culture of adultery, of wickedness, you know, whoredom, you know, lawlessness. This is why the Lord's got a controversy, man. And now the earth is boycotting Esau, you know? And it says, too, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood toucheth blood. And why does blood toucheth blood? Because you stack Jake on top of each other. You create these roads that are so thin, only one grocery cart can drive through it. And then they move, but they're not mad at the one who constructed that street. So the evil eye is increased. He packs you up in these prison community housings so you can kill one another. He's the Don King of Jake's curses, man. Right. You know?
They take everything from Jake, man. You know, I was watching this movie on Netflix. I believe they were in Philly about how the Jakes out there, they were cowboys. You gotta check that out. That's what's fire. They came, they took the horses, they took the stable, they took everything from them, man. That movie, it shows you how the Lone Ranger was so-called black. All the original cowboys were so-called black men. You would never know that how fast they whitewash history. You know?
And we were driving down on the exit we get off at the theater over here. It says the real James Bond was Dominican.
Right.
You know? So it's all coming out and showing you, you know, like the hero capes. Why, you know how superheroes wear capes? That goes back to Zorro, which goes back to a garment. You know? But then Esau's got to whitewash it, you know?
I got a quick one. Second Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 57. I got to start up. I'm going to start at 54 and go to 59. And it says, and after these things, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord.
Right, it's very simple. There's a chosen people, and everybody else is not chosen. It's simple. Okay? You being not chosen, you can't wrap yourself in with those chosen people.
Right.
Okay?
I'm a spiritual Israelite. I'm spiritual. Well, what spiritual tribe you from?
Right.
They
ain't even doing nothing spiritual. How you gonna be a spiritual Israelite and ain't doing nothing spiritual?
Right.
Second Esdras 6 and 55.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. You Gentiles are pieces of shit, man.
You Christian.
You Christian. That's how, you know, they claim they're the Gentiles.
Yeah.
They claim you're a piece of shit, man. Because I always think, all right, but you know what I noticed? It's like you, through your ways and doctrine, you've taken salvation from Israel.
Yeah.
And so is salvation just for the Gentiles now? What about God's children?
Well, they would take our hope, man.
Right.
They would take our hope, our confidence, and that's what they're set up to do, to hinder the building.
Right.
You know?
Right. Like what was that, Nahum? We had a hammer in one hand, sword in the other, man. You know, like now we gotta, you know, in spiritual, we gotta read, but be on our swivel. We can't just peacefully read the Bible. You got people walking by, shh, inside voices.
Yep. Well, a few years ago, a guy tried to put his dog on us.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the dog didn't want to attack.
Yep.
The hedge around us, man.
League with the beast.
Yeah.
The Lord protected us. And the police were there too, agreeing with him, which further cut them to show us what exactly we're saying is true.
Yep.
You know, the wicked ass, black boys.
Right.
Because they're the ones in black. So when they're saying Black Lives Matter, they really talking about police. Them niggas dressed all black.
They some dark niggas.
They some dark niggas. You know? They're a gang. That's a real cult. That's a real cult, bro.
Mad Boys. Men in Black.
Look, 744.
Stay right there. Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 55. All this have I made before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
The world was made for us to enjoy it, man. That's it, paradise. But it ain't paradise no more. You know? Now, suicide is up, man. A lot of people are off themselves.
Yeah.
You're gonna have more people commit suicide in public all day. All these bums out here, they're gonna start walking into traffic, man. When you go on the highway, the people asking for change, they're gonna get mad because nobody's giving them money. They're gonna just walk into a car.
That's right.
All right, you're gonna have people jumping off these buildings, all type of shit, man. And also it says men shall seek death and not find it. So they're gonna want to die, but the Lord is gonna keep that spirit in their body.
Right.
Which that time that was talking about World War II, but that spirit is coming back now because the spirit of death, you know, the pale horse, you know, death is coming back. So people are gonna want to die, the monstrous apparitions. And when the brother was talking about the bums and shit, it reminds me of the movie The Happening. People were just fucking, they just fell off the roof.
And shit, yep.
And you got cops offing themselves. You got a string of people killing themselves over debt. Someone sent this one Edomite the wrong account, and he said, "Oh my God, I'm $700,000 in debt." So he killed himself.
Hey, if I may, it was one of the assistant attorney generals in Philadelphia making $100,000+ a year was going and doing Uber Eats on the clock because he was in financial turmoil.
Wow, beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. That's good, man.
And it ain't even bad yet, you know.
Hey, the Careless City?
Yeah.
They got to be careful out here.
Well, now they want you to pay back the stimulus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, people gonna have to pay that shit back. You know?
And that's going to create more OnlyFans, you know, more prostitution, because the women are being conditioned to basically get money off their body. So they're going to look at it as, hey, desperate times. I'm already having sex. I might as well get money for it.
Right.
You know? Yep.
Back in 2nd Ezra 6 and 56.
You're about to start seeing a lot more black markets, flea markets, garage sales.
Yep.
You know, you're going to be seeing people selling things, man. You know? Niggas going to be looking for shampoo. You have to use cat oil. Remember they showed you that in Book of Eli?
Yep.
They're about to get desperate out here.
I was at Harbor Freight yesterday, and the Edomite clean walked out the store with a big ass welder.
See?
They was like, he paid for that? The cashier, they was like looking at him like, no, and he just kept walking to the car, put the shit in the car.
Lawlessness, anarchy.
Right, anarchy. Right. Back in 2nd Ezra 6 and 56, as for the other people, which also came of Adam.
Right, as for the Elamites, right? As for the Japheths, as for the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Edomites, right? The Hamites, everybody else that comes from Adam.
All right, anybody outside of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Anybody outside of the lineage of Jacob, you know?
It says, thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are nothing. You ain't shit, man. You're nothing. And Jake said that right now. I'm nothing, man.
Huh?
You're nothing.
Right. Oh boy, Remy, you're nothing. You're nothing. But then the curses, you got Jake's mother saying that you ain't shit. You ain't gonna never be shit.
Yep.
When really, no, we're it. We're the epitome. You know, we're the epitome of chosen. You know, of elect people.
We're the kings. We're the gods, man. The gods are back. Us being out here is a sign. The Lord said, I give the children of Israel for signs and wonders. So we're it, man. Right? We're not about to be out here walking around with our heads down, all depressed in a woe is me spirit for what? All right? That's their job, man. These are the ungodly that prosper in the world. They should have their heads down.
Right. And it says, but be like unto spittle, and as likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Right, so they ain't shit to the Most High. You're not part of this covenant. The Lord doesn't care about you, man. All right?
Can I read this real quick? When you go into nothing of the etymology, it means insignificant thing.
Damn.
So you're insignificant. You don't matter. It don't matter, man.
Right, you know how someone asks you something, you be like, nothing.
Right.
That's like the other nations to the Most High.
Right. And now you got this thing, the Asian hate, Asian Lives Matter BS. Really they're nothing. Like all this time you've been having Jake and persecuted by Esau, but now nowhere Asian Lives Matter. It's complete BS.
Who shall rouse them up?
Right. Yep.
So good. Keep poking at that old lion, man. It was like when Simba had to keep jumping on Mufasa.
Yep.
So he's all right. I'm up. So that's what's going on right now. The Lord is causing these things. Esau's perpetual hatred is causing the old lion to rouse up.
Right.
Well, that's nothing but him trying to get other nations in on the racial turmoil. That's nothing but Esau trying to click up with Moab. That's all it is.
Yep. Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 57, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us.
Yeah, they begin to be lords over us, man. Like right now, we're in slavery. We're prisoners of war. All right. Well, back then it was a constant stroke, man. You had the Babylonians, you had the Medo-Persians, you had the Greeks, you had the Romans. Then what? You had the Americans. All right, but they're still fucking over us, man. So Ezra's just complaining to the Lord, like, if this is our world and they're nothing, then why are they ruling over us? Right.
And what's heavy in there is Ezra says they that were reputed as nothing. So that's telling you that even in these writings, we knew that everyone else was nothing. That's a cut right there.
Yeah.
The fact that Ezra said that they are nothing shows you when these times of these were being written, nobody was tripping about equal rights. We knew that we were the ones. We knew we were the chosen. What's her name knew it? What's my chick from Jericho? Rahab knew it.
Yep.
So that's another thing. These Christians, they try to pull. We don't have to. It's been written that we are the chosen. Back then we were chosen. Now we're still chosen. Ezra is telling you, hey, those that we've always say are nothing got us in derision.
Right. Back then there wasn't shit. Now they still like shit. But now they're the presidents.
Right.
Now they're the police officers.
Beauty queens.
Now we have to go to them for the want of all things.
Yep.
That should piss you off.
Right. And that's a new thing in the earth.
Yeah.
2nd Ezra 6 and 57, and it says, and to devour us, but we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, the only begotten and thy fervent lover.
Yeah, the firstborn. That's why the Lord told Moses to tell Pharaoh, I'm going to take out your son because you want to take out mine.
That's right.
All right? And then you brothers should go watch the movie Body Cam, which is on Amazon Prime. It's a movie literally about what's going on today with police killing Jake. But in the movie, evil angel is going through the police department jacking all the police up. And every police officer they kill, they hit them so hard that their teeth are left. Because when they killed this Jake and covered his death up, they shot him and with such great force, his teeth got knocked out when he hit the ground. So in that movie, it's showing you tooth for a tooth.
Yep.
And you touch the apple of the Most High's eye for an eye, nigga. Yep. So tooth for a tooth, eye for an eye, man.
Right.
Judgment's coming for him, man.
My white boss come outside. And it says, thy only begotten and thy fervent lover are given into their hands. Verse 59.
Thy fervent lover, because the wedding's coming. All right, we're Yahweh Shai's bride. Okay, we're Yahweh Shai's bride, getting everything ready to go meet the bridegroom, and you got this fat, overweight, nasty fucking devil trying to pull you back to the bed. Like in the Truman Show, as Truman, you brothers know the Truman Show? The movie Truman with Jim Carrey, what Truman means loyal one. So in the movie The Truman Show, he's trying to leave this false sense of reality, and the nigga is trying to keep him back in. So you got to constantly be on your watch and don't let those that have always been refuted as nothing try to bring you back to a nothing mindset.
Right.
Because that's what a vocab wants to do. He wants your ass to claim Christianity so you can put a fucking blunt in your mouth and a needle in your arm, man. They're not here for our salvation. Those that have been reputed as nothing want us to be nothing. What that nigga say? Niggas deserve nothing more than nothing.
Yep.
Nah, man, we got a lot more coming, man. Misery loves company. Company E is misery, man.
And it said, 2nd Ezra 6:59, and it says, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Yep, got you. 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 59. If the world not be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Right, why do we not have our land back, man? Why do we not have the land of Israel? All right, don't you know we're supposed to have from the Nile to the River Jordan? We're supposed to possess that whole landmass over there, man. Then going toward the Greeks, they started taking over. The Syrians started taking over. The Egyptians started taking over. They surrounded us, man. That's what it says in Jeremiah. All the birds about or against her, they come to devour her.
Even the Babylonians.
Right, come to put us in slavery, come to rape our women, and to destroy our men. All right, and all to the point of cutting us off from being a nation. Jealousy. Okay, now jealousy is still heavy in Esau today, to where it's perpetual. It's a perpetual stroke, man. All right, we have never stopped being at war. This is our people don't get. We never stopped being at war with this devil, man.
Add to that, bro, land is a heritage. Because everybody in America can go back to what, Ireland, Europe, some fucking where. You know what I'm saying? So that's
China.
heavy.
Yeah.
Or even people identify themselves based off of land.
Yeah.
So that's powerful in itself. I'm proud to be an American because I'm in America. You see? This fucking water buffalo looking back. They don't want Jake. See, it should be weird to hear a Jake say I'm proud to be an American. Because they know in their mind's eye, when they say American, they mean us. Yeah. That's why they call us a minority. You're the minority to hear of what we call white America. You know? That's why we're not looked at as Israelites, because you didn't come from the land of Israel. You came from Africa. You're an African. That's why Esau drives by and says Africa. You see? Because you are identified as the land, man.
Well, every religion they associate us as the sons of Ham. Okay, they say that we are cursed because we have black skin because we come from Ham. That's not the curse of Ham, man. The only one that was cursed with his skin color was Esau.
Cain.
Right, the mark that was put upon Cain was leprosy. Why did Esau came out red? Because he's Cain reincarnated, leprosy. We're perfect lepers.
A quick precept. St. Hosea 1 and verse 10. And it says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
Right here in America, we're being called niggers, minorities, Black Lives Matter, black people. They ain't gonna never get on the news and say you're the people of Israel. That your people were ruling Europe. We took y'all down. We put y'all in slavery. The first slaves actually came from Spain and Portugal. They're not going to tell you that, man. They're not going to tell you that King Alfred was a so-called black man. All right, William the Conqueror. All right, all of our history. When you take over a nation, you have to destroy their history so they don't get knowledge of that and try to rise up again. All right, so why would they tell us that we took them down as the Romans? Because then we'll get the confidence that we can do it again. You see, so they had to do away with that knowledge, man.
This the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
Right, and that's